Hey guys, well, we are officially here. We are officially made the day number 30 of the 30-day challenge of Talk to the Camera. And apparently today is our last day. Wow, you know, last day. And for this one, I'm just going to talk about the lessons that I've learned and the reflection of the overall sort of end goal, well, or the end sort of process of doing these. So I've done it 30 days of talking to this camera, talking to you guys, talking to different people, because apparently YouTube will recommend these videos just out of order to random people. So yeah, I've gotten like new people that have been coming in or just passing through, and well, hi and goodbye, or if you're still watching, thanks for watching. And so yeah, what have I learnt from doing these? From the day that I started to the last day, and just sort of the reflections. So why wanted to start, when I first started to do this, my overall goal was to be more comfortable in front of the camera, both in sort of like self taping and auditioning in front of the lens for future acting projects. So that goes into that factor, just sort of just being comfortable around it. So this talking to this, being around this is not foreign. You know, being a character and being yourself is different. It depends on the role. You can get similar. It can be similar in characteristics, but overall, it's different talking to this as a character, but whilst just talking to this as yourself. So that was my first goal, and just to be comfortable in general, just talking in front of a camera, just in general, if that's for speeches or I have to send out a video message, you know, this is not like foreign to me anymore, you know, because I look back at my first ever video of doing this exercise, I like to call it, and look, audio was not great, okay? You could not hear me at all. Even when the volume turned up, even I put on the caption to turn on or to turn up the volume, you still cannot hear me. And you know what? It's not great. I only realized that until like after the uploads, because I already, as I said, I already pre-recorded the videos like 5 days in. I wasn't sure if I wanted to upload them to YouTube. So but then I decided that I would at the end, so I did. And then I noticed basically about the audio and the option to redo them, but if I have to be honest, I didn't want to, because to me those days are done and dusted. They're out, and they're out of my hands, and I just wanted to move on. So I'll bite the bullet with that, and I'll just leave them as that. However, I think they have gotten better in terms of talking to the camera now, in terms of audio. I think you could just turn it over, you can hear me a lot more clearer. So whether that's because I started doing these standing up, I just decided to sit down a bit more rather than just sort of just stand there. And I think that sort of affected sort of the audio a bit, just sort of being that, I don't know, far away. And maybe shooting them at night wasn't the best idea, I admit that. But yeah, so yeah, when I first started doing it, I you can tell that this was a new experience for me, like every new sort of challenge. And yeah, I was, pretty nervous. I was very unsure, very unsure if this was going to work or not. But yeah, it's a challenge that I picked up on the internet because I was researching how to be confident or be more comfortable and more confident on camera, and I came across this challenge, this sort of 30-day challenge, and I picked out these topics, these questions from the internet as well, just sort of to go off on, and yeah, and I just started from there. And when I got to the 3 week thing, I started to, so yeah, like after like 1 week of sort of doing these, I was a bit more like, yeah, a bit more loose, a bit, still rusty, but that's what it is, it's still like early days at that point. Even after like 1 weekend, it's still early days. But I still felt me being a bit more loose, a bit more like, okay, because at first, when I started doing this for like the couple of about a few days, I was, pardon me, I just wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't looking forward to sort of doing this when I first started doing these, because it's kind of like you know I, I don't have anything to say. I'm not interested, or this will be this and that and da da da. But when I actually started doing them, I started to get a bit more into them, you know, and I realized for maybe not every topic, maybe not every sort of question, but I had a lot to say about a few questions slash topics, and yeah, I had a lot to say about those, and sometimes they maybe ran over a bit, maybe because I always aim for about 15 minutes, but sometimes they go maybe slightly over 20 minutes. But at that point, I didn't really care. I wanted to sort of get these out, on camera, unscripted, because all these are unscripted, they're unedited, they're not like, this is not like professionally lit. It's not the best quality, maybe not the best sound that you've getting, but it is exactly how it is on camera, and you know it is exactly what it is, unedited, unscripted, unpolished. It's exactly how it is. It's just I'm just a guy in front of a camera trying to get better at something, which is confidence on camera. And I just got a tripod that's slightly wonky, but you know, I'm not really trying out to be a YouTuber or anything like that. It's just for this, really. And yeah, by week number 2, I was noticing that I was taking a bit more time in terms of thinking about things or what I'm going to say next. So I let there be sort of dead air. It may affect the pacing a bit, but I don't know, at this point I was actually feeling more comfortable just sort of taking my time with it, because before I wasn't. I would just sort of like, oh, okay, I gotta say something right now. I gotta keep going. But now, you know, I let the thoughts I let the thoughts flow, or whatever, something like that, And yeah, and by week number 3, and at that point, it didn't really feel like week 3 for, well, what it says on the piece of paper. But yeah, week 3, I was near to the end of doing this, and there came a point where just thinking about not sort of doing this anymore, or so this challenge ending. I don't know why. I just felt like I was gonna like miss it, weirdly enough. Yeah, just sort of, and I feel like I just want to sort of keep going, like just sort of keep going and just sort of keep doing these consistently. Whether I want to share these or not is, I think it's just up to me if I want to share these. Because as I said before, like I wasn't sure about sharing these at first, but I decided to, because with me putting these out there, and you know, it gives me another reason to sort of keep going, to sort of be like, okay, I have to be consistent with these because people are clearly watching these. May not be a lot, but people are watching, and I have to do, I have to do this every day. I have to find something, like a consistent sort of routine in sort of doing these as well. And it's about finding a way to do that. And by uploading these, I find that was a very effective thing to do, really. And, you know, and yeah, yeah, and yeah, so all the sort of lessons that I've learnt sort of from sort of doing these is, you know, I say it's okay to not to know every, not know how to answer every question or every topic. It's okay if you don't have like an answer for it, because before I feel like I have to, say something, like in depth or interesting, but sometimes you don't, man. And what else? And I think I just learned really just to be a bit more of myself, really. And compared to the sort of first time that I was doing these, I was sort of playing a little bit of a character at first, because it's sort of like it's just almost a survival, like a social survival instinct. Whenever we feel sort of insecure or scared of something, we try to make sort of a persona of ourselves, just so we appear something else, because we're too scared of being, ourselves. And I was a bit like that at first, if I have to be honest. But after a while, I just sort of learned to just, just sort of just be a little bit more of yourself, on camera, even if it is, to the the world wide web, you know. But yeah, I just learned to be myself, and take your time in sort of reflecting on your thoughts a bit, you know, whether that be interesting or not to watch, or if that's entertainment. I just, you know, pacing is not always sort of my strongest sort of issue. My sort of it's not always my strength, but yeah, but I'll get there. I'll get there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, yeah. So how you doing? So yeah, I might continue this. I might go up to day number 35 or 40, 45, or maybe 50. We don't know. I don't know at the moment. I'll think about it. But this might not be the last day. Well, it might be the last day of this 30-day challenge. What about 50 days? Or I go up to 50, you know. Go up to 31 to 30, you know. I might do that. I might do that. Just sort of continue doing it, you know. This is sort of a test. This is a warm up. 30 days warm up. But yeah, I'll think about that. And I think I might do sort of like a comparison of week number or what day number one somewhere maybe week after like a 1 week reflection, 2 week reflection, and the week three reflection, and the very last, and I probably record something just to be like, wow, whew, that was one hell of a journey, guys. You know, just to show the sort of comparison like over the last couple days or sorry weeks. And yeah, might do that. I will do that. Got nothing else to do, so I'll probably will do that. And yeah, so I'm just gonna end it here for now, maybe. But yeah, if not, thanks guys for watching, and that completes 30 days of talking to the camera. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you later. Bye guys.